So I don't know, man. Something's happening around the world, and it's not pretty. It's not. Things are going south, and they're going south fast. Because we discussed it the other day. We had, what was it? I think in the Philippines, there were riots because you had all this money that was allocated towards stopping the flooding, which happens there all the time, by the way. And like billions of dollars were spent, but basically like politicians and contractors ended up stealing like 80% or 90% of the funds that were supposed to go to these seawalls and stuff to stop the flooding. And so the public is just revolting over that, over the corruption. So we covered that the other day, but there's also stuff going on in Indonesia. We touched on it the other day, and now it's Nepal. So in Nepal, bro, I don't want to be hyperbolic here, but low-key, it sort of looks like you got a left-wing revolution happening as we speak. There's a left-wing revolution in the streets. So I got a couple clips here. Let me walk you through it. But it's getting wild because we've had, like, their parliament was set on fire. You have some politicians were stripped naked and pushed into a river. Now, I think the dude is ultimately okay, but this is the sort of stuff that we're seeing now. So let's watch some of this here.
A Gen Z revolution just unfolded in Nepal. 19 people were killed, dozens injured after the Himalayan nation saw its biggest youth uprising in years. On September 8, thousands of young protesters broke police barricades in Kathmandu. They marched from Maitighar Mandala to Parliament. Many were in school uniforms. The immediate trigger was a sweeping social media ban.
Oh, they done fucked up. You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up, right? You can't, like, fuck people over economically and make it so they have zero future and zero hope and zero ability to climb the economic ladder and then also ban social media. How do these people not understand this? If you're gonna fuck everybody's life up and give them zero economic opportunity, you have to at least give them some treats. Give them social media. Let them post some unhinged shit. Give them some drugs. Let them get high to forget the pain, right? But these fucking idiots, they're like, oh, let's give people zero hope economically, screw them over, and then on top of that, take away the treats, take away social media, take away the substances that they might use to ease the pain. Dumbest shit I've ever heard. So this was the prime minister. This guy had to step down. By the way, not a coincidence. He looks ancient, right?
September 4, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli's government had blocked 26 social media apps.
Oh, my sweet summer child. I could have told you this was going to lead to a revolution, man. By the way, I know in the West and in the US in particular, we're like pretty fucking cucked, right? Like there's a whole we're very individualistic. We don't do community action that much. And so most of the time the government fucks us over. People, oh, all right. And then they move on, right? But you would really be rolling the dice. If you did a ban on like every social media app like that, you might actually see this sort of reaction here, bro. You might actually see shit burning down. You might see politicians getting tarred and feathered. It could get wild.
The list included Facebook.
Damn, they even banned YouTube, dog. They banned Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and 23. That probably includes TikTok, Instagram. Oh, of course there was going to be a revolution.
Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, and TikTok. The official reason? Failure to register with the Ministry of Communications. Oli defended the move as protecting national dignity.
Now, they're going to get to the real reason why they banned it in a second. The real reason why they banned it is the Nepo babies of the politicians who are basically robbing the country blind. They start showing off their Gucci bags and their luxury cars and their designer clothes. And so you had the regular people in these countries, working people, seeing the kids of politicians bragging about their immense wealth. And that's what led to a lot of instability because people were like, fuck this, we're not fucking taking this. These people are robbing us blind. And so in response to that, the government said, just ban the social media apps. Rookie ass move, bro.
But protesters saw censorship. They said the ban was meant to silence campaigns that exposed elite privilege. That privilege was at the heart of the outrage. The term Nepo Kid has become movement's rallying cry. Nepo for nepotism. Placards read, the leader's children returned from abroad with Gucci bags, the people's children in coffins. a sharp reference to Nepali youth forced to migrate for work, some even dying as mercenaries in the Russia-Ukraine war.
Ooh.
Unemployment among young Nepalis aged 15 to 29 is 19.2%, and many families survive on remittances, which make up 33% of Nepal's GDP. Videos on TikTok and Reddit went viral. They showed elite kids flaunting designer clothes and foreign stays. These clips were contrasted with ordinary Nepalis struggling to make ends meet. One Reddit post read, "Children of elite politicians know where their luxury comes from. Taxpayers like you and me." Another read, "Our taxes, their luxury. We pay, you flex." The anger targeted families of Prime Minister Oli and former Prime Ministers Sher Bahadur Duba and Pushpa Kamal Dahal, better known as Prachanda. It is ironic. Prachanda once led a Maoist insurgency that toppled King Gyanendra Shah in 2008. Now his own family is branded part of the elite Nepo class. Sociologist Dipesh Ghimire told ICT magazine that Gen Z has reframed corruption. Older generations focused on asset probes and nationalization. This generation is comparing leaders' children's Instagram lifestyles with the daily grind of ordinary citizens. He called it a creative and powerful punch against the system. As protests escalated, the Nepalese army was deployed across Kathmandu. A curfew was imposed, police used water cannons, tear gas, and even live fire. The Kathmandu Post confirmed at least 19 deaths.
Damn.
The movement was branded the final revolution.
Damn.
It was leaderless, but it kept swelling. Kathmandu's Mayor Balayan Shah and celebrities like Madan Krishna Shrestha and Haribansh Acharya voiced support. Some even
interesting. The mayor was like, "Oh, I'm with the protesters, bro. Don't come for me, dog. I'm with you, I swear." You had celebrities saying that too. That's crazy.
Donated to the cause. Managing director of ride-hailing app Pathao, Ashim Mansingh Basniat, told Republica newspaper that this is not hate, this is accountability. People will expose you. One ex-user described the government as a classic case of toxic parenting. The protests became a mix of anger against corruption, nepotism, inequality, and social media blackout.
Bro, is Nepal straight up having a Marxist revolution right now, dog? Nepal might be having a Marxist revolution right now, dog. Whoa.
Oli insisted the ban was about sovereignty, but protesters said it shielded corruption. And the Gen Z of Nepal has triumphed. Oli's government has revoked the ban. And this shows how the Nepo kid trigger cracked open deeper discontent, setting Nepal's young generation against the country's entrenched elites.
Wow. All right, I got another one. They're burning down, bro. Like the government buildings in Nepal are straight up burning right now.
Engulfed in smoke as the Nepalese parliament burned, anti-corruption demonstrators celebrated. They succeeded in forcing Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli to resign Tuesday, along with two of his cabinet ministers. To our now former Prime Minister, I must say that the resignation from your post is not enough, says this student protester. Clashes between mostly young demonstrators and police continued even after the government lifted its ban on social media.
Oh, wait a second. Hold up. So the protests, at least in part, worked. There were so many people out there. They were burning down so much shit. It was so overwhelming. They were throwing rocks. They were shoving politicians in rivers. So the government was like, did we say ban 26 social media apps, including all the most popular ones? Bro, what we meant was, what if we don't ban them at all and you guys can go right back to the social media, bro? Wow. Don't tell me protesting doesn't work. Don't tell me. Look, here's the truth. Other people won't say this because they're lying to you. But I will say this. Sometimes riots work. Sometimes the elites see violence getting out of hand and they go, holy fuck, I will do anything to stop this. Oh, what do I need to do? Just roll back that law I passed 12 minutes ago, which was spitting in everybody's eye? Okay, I rolled it back. Will you guys chill now? Like, that's the thing people don't want to tell you. But the history is clear. You know, Nelson Mandela, he was viewed as like the peaceful arm of the resistance in apartheid South Africa. And then you had the militant arm. And you needed that militant arm in order to make it so that he could go to the white power structure and say, hey, man, you want to deal with me or deal with them? Well, if you deal with me, here's what the demands you got to meet, right? It's always been like that. MLK needed his Malcolm X, right? You need the moderate wing, but then you also need the extreme wing. So the moderate wing can go, hey, dog, it's a classic case of good cop, bad cop. You want to deal with the people burning shit down, or you want to deal with me? Well, here are the changes that we demand, right? That's the thing people won't tell you, but it looks like the riots fucking worked, at least for one of their demands.
Want an end to what they say is a corrupt government rife with nepotism and unwilling to address a failing economy. At least 22 people have been killed and hundreds injured. Nepal's army accuses protesters of taking advantage of the crisis by looting and setting fires. But ignoring an indefinite curfew, protests intensified.
People are just furious.
Nirnaya Bata witnessed the anger on the streets firsthand. He says the social media ban lit the fuse.
I think the need now is, utter sincerity, from the state, from the government, and anybody who actually is at the helm of, running the country.
Nepal became a democratic republic in 2008. In the process, thousands died as political groups fought the monarchy, the police, military, and each other for control. Nepal's Army Chief of Staff noted the bloodshed past and present as he called for unity, asking demonstrators to cancel future actions and engage in talks. Crystal Gavansing, CBC News, London.
So now I got this video for you. Nepal's finance minister stripped of clothes and chased into a river by angry protesters during deadly anti-corruption protests. That's crazy, y'all. Could you imagine little Marco getting pushed into the river, or fucking Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, or fucking Pete Hegseth's drunk ass? Man, there would be a whole bunch of people with machine guns lighting you up before you could even lay a fucking pinky finger on those dudes. I mean, look, the takeaway here is you can only fuck over a population for so long before they lose it, right? And Trump has never considered that. This government has never fucking considered that. You're playing with fire, dog. You're rolling the dice every day, because the more you fucking take hope away from people, the more you ruin their quality of life, the more stupid wars you start, the more inflation and unemployment goes up. TikTok, dog. TikTok, because I really feel like we're eventually going to hit some sort of a Great Depression, because we're already going down that path at 100 miles an hour, and it's only going to get worse. But I don't know. You tell me. Right now, this looks like a left-wing revolution, if I'm being honest. We're talking anti-corruption. We're talking about, hey, why the fuck did you ban all the social media apps? We're talking we have income and wealth inequality that's out of control, and you need to do something to fucking fix that. That looks like a left-wing revolution to me. So we'll have to see how it unfolds and what comes in the future and what sort of changes they make, other than the prime minister resigning and them unbanning the social media apps. But it looks like the core of the protesters' demands, it's pretty fucking clear, and this is all left-wing stuff. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.